Welcome back to my views and news. Three news stories. First one is about the withdrawal of Amhara regional forces. Amhara special forces from Raya, southern Tigray, reportedly from parts of the zone. Amhara forces have been told to withdraw. Are they withdrawing voluntarily or it's a forced withdrawal? Details for you. Secondly, we have details of heavy weapons surrendered by Tigray forces. Surrendering of heavy weapons has been confirmed. Gata Chorada tweeted a few hours ago. We have a clip for you as well. And thirdly, viewers, violence in Eritrean diaspora community is being seen. Two incidents have been reported, one in Germany and the other one in Canada in the past 1 week or so, which show this ongoing violence in Eritrean diaspora community. Firstly, viewers, Raya, southern Tigray, disputed zone between Tigray and Amhara regions. If you remember, a few days ago, we heard that local governments in 6 districts of Raya, including Koram, Alamata, they were planning to write a letter to Ethiopian House of Federation that referendum should be held in Raya to determine the future status of this zone. Before the start of this war, both Raya and Volkait were under the control of Tigray forces, but Raya was taken by Amhara forces ENDF in November 2020. Then in July 2021, Tigray forces took back Raya. And then in the third round of fighting, which started in August last year, ENDF, Amhara forces and Fano fighters retook Raya. Since then, Raya has been, large parts of Raya have been under the control of federal and regional forces. Tigray obviously has its claims to Raya and Volkait, unresolved issue. Reportedly, from some areas of Raya zone, Amhara forces have been told to withdraw. Obviously, ENDF told them to withdraw. 3 places are being mentioned from where Amhara forces are withdrawing. Raya, Girjale, Tao, Betiklai. And from these places, Amhara forces, both regional and special forces, they're withdrawing towards main cities of Raya like Koram and Alamata. So from the outskirts, from surrounding small towns and villages, Amhara forces have been told to withdraw. Some are withdrawing to Alamata, some are withdrawing out of Tigray towards Kobo, towards Sikota in Wog Himra zone. It's not that all Amhara forces have left Raya, but some units are withdrawing reportedly. Residents have confirmed. Voice of America talked to some residents who confirmed the withdrawal of Amhara forces. It's a forced withdrawal, obviously. It's not a voluntary withdrawal. And what about Fano fighters? Because we know that in the third round of fighting in August last year, East Amhara Fano, led by Mere Wadajo, played a key role on this front. Their fighters fought on front lines in North Wallo, in Raya. Where are they? They are already out of this zone. That is what we have learned. No East Amhara Fano fighters in Raya. And a few days ago, we saw confrontation between East Amhara Fano fighters and Ethiopian National Defense Force, which wants to disarm East Amhara Fano. So that is why no East Amhara Fano fighters in Raya. Only Amhara forces and ENDF. Amhara forces told to withdraw. Will they completely withdraw from Raya? That remains to be seen. It's a very important development. I personally think that Amhara region can make a compromise on its position about Raya. But Volkayet is a more serious issue than Raya. Amhara region could hand over Raya to Tigray. But when it comes to Volkayet, there are more sensitivities. Secondly, viewers, Tigray forces have surrendered heavy weapons. We reported in the previous video. Now it is being confirmed that they have surrendered. They're not surrendering, they have surrendered heavy weapons. That is what Getachew said in a tweet. He said, we have handed over heavy weapons in accordance with our commitment under Pretoria Agreement. And it has been confirmed by monitoring and verification team of African Union. He said it will go, hopefully it will go a long way in expediting the full implementation of the peace deal. So Getachew did not say that TDF was handing over weapons, heavy weapons. He said they had handed over. It means that Tigray forces have handed over their arsenal of heavy weapons to Ethiopian National Defense Force. The question is, we were told that according to agreement signed between Tadesse Vared and Baranjula in Nairobi, Kenya, after Pretoria Agreement, the two sides agreed that withdrawal of non-ENDF and foreign forces from Tigray and handing over of weapons will be concurrent. Is it concurrent that Tigray has surrendered all heavy weapons while Tigray authorities are sharing pictures, videos of Amhara forces and Eritrean military which are still in Tigray? It's concurrent in a sense that from main cities of Tigray, Amhara forces, Eritrean military, they have withdrawn. They don't have large presence in main cities of Tigray. Secondly, only heavy weapons have been surrendered by Tigray forces, not light armed. So Tigray fighters are still armed with light weapons. Maybe in coming days, we could see complete withdrawal of Eritrean military and Amhara forces from Tigray too. Which types of heavy weapons have been surrendered by Tigray forces? Firstly, artillery pieces. Different types of artillery pieces, dozens have been seen. We have a video showing artillery pieces, D30, 122 mm, several were seen, around 2 dozen were seen in the video. 76 mm guns, 85 mm anti-tank guns, Zu-23-2 anti-aircraft guns, Ural trucks, then tanks like T-72, T-62 and Type 89 tanks were seen in the video shared by Tigray TV. So mortars as well. It means that almost all types of heavy weapons are being surrendered. They have been surrendered by Tigray forces. What is awaited is Ethiopian government's position. ENDF knows how many weapons did Tigray have. So we'll have to wait and see the statement from Ethiopian government. Is the government satisfied with this handing over? African Union has confirmed that its observers have confirmed that handing over of heavy weapons has been completed. Or the video shared by Tigray TV showing handing over of heavy weapons by Tigray forces. Thirdly, viewers, Eritrean diaspora community is as split as a community, diaspora community can be, because there are several factions. Some are backed by Eritrean government, some are Eritrean opposition groups, some have alliance with the Tigray authorities. So there is no united front in diaspora. We keep on seeing new movements in Eritrean diaspora. That is why we see violence as well. In Germany, we saw last year there was confrontation between pro-government and opposition Eritrean diaspora members. Several were injured, some were arrested too. And in Gishan, in the same city, an Eritrean stabbed his fellow countryman, another Eritrean, who luckily survived. The attacker is at large, he is missing, and Gishan police is searching for the attacker. In Canada, on the New Year Eve, an Eritrean shot dead another Eritrean. So two incidents have happened within the last 2 weeks involving violence among Eritrean diaspora community. It happens in other diaspora communities as well. But problem is that Eritrean diaspora community members, they confront each other physically as well. That is why we saw that though they have political differences, but it turns into physical confrontation. That is what we saw in Europe when Eritrean government-backed festivals were being organized in some countries. Opposition groups tried to physically stop those festivals. That led to confrontation, clashes, which should be avoided, I think. The diaspora community should, they have right to wage a political struggle. But when this political struggle turns into physical confrontation, you see rise in violent incidents. Thank you for watching.